I'm Dr. Ricardo Hoogstra, plastic surgeon, reconstructive surgeon. I'm professor of the University of Medicina School of Medicine and head of plastic surgery Pena Hospital. I'm pioneering in laser technology. This year with Bison we are giving international educative program that is helping and supporting by Bison. In this meeting we are talking about new procedures. Here we can see carbon dioxide laser that we give a lot of lectures. Carbon dioxide laser have little downtime. For this reason we are talking in this lecture about microneedles and also HIFU. I helped Bison to develop a new HIFU, el Ulche, that have a specific characteristic like a high peak of action with lower base. This means that have produced a coagulation specific without diffusing of the heating like the other technology and other HIFU that have amplitude base and a lower peak. And here we can see in red the diffusion that produced the necrosis in the tissue. And here is the comparison between one equipment, Ulche, and other equipment. We can see the base, the peak of the Ulche and other technology. We give lecture around the world. Here we have in Peru. We can see the mountains, the valley in Peru. And the idea of the mountain and valley I have in this kind of patient, that many of them go to make fillers in this area, but the face is going to have a face like this. Then I develop a new idea that lower the mountain in order the mountain and the valley almost are even. And here we can see like the mountain go down by a volcano, and I'm going to use Ulche in this area in order to flatten it. And this is the result, immediately result. I don't use fillers at all, but you can see an even face. Here you have a square face. You have this elevation, this depression here that I said is impossible to produce fillers because it's going to be so round the face. And this is the result immediately after using Ulche in a special characteristic that I perform like a massage. The idea is with the technique that I develop plus the unique characteristic of the Ulche, we can perform a treatment without pain, without bruises, and this is very comfortable for the patient. Here is the neck, the definition of the neck here, how I smell the fatty of the neck and the mandibular branch, and you can see here the result. And this is another patient that I treat. You can see the same result. When you have one result is not enough, but in the medical practice, when you reproduce the result, you treat one patient and have this result, you treat another patient and have the same result. When you reproduce the result in different patients, this is when the equipment you can say it's okay, it's work. This is a meeting in Argentina. You can see this woman in her 55, and the women have no fillers and no facelift, no liposuction. Just this patient wants a minimal invasive procedure, but she really needs a liposuction and a facelift. I treat in a meeting, and here is immediately the result of the patient. You can see this here and this one here, and you can see here a square face like this elevation, and here immediately an oval, a square, and this is even, and I convinced her to make fillers in the lips and the labial sulcus, and this is immediately the result. And also put fillers in the nose to project the nose, to project the chin. It was a complete treatment that take 3 hours. But if I send you this picture and you are going to say you perform a facelift, you perform a liposuction, but you can see no scar, not bruises, and the patient can go their home immediately after the treatment. The projection of the chin and the definition of the neck and the mandibular branch. And this patient sent me, you can see in her office, sent me 1 month after the procedure. This patient is going to improve during 6 months because the collagen reformation, producing the collagen tightening, etc., etc. Patient is going to be much better in 6 months. Generally, you can see many meetings, you are not going to see this kind of result in 1 month. Generally, medical doctor with another technology perform one treatment and said, okay, wait, it's going to improve. Come 2 months later, I'm going to make another one. But this is 1 month after the procedure. And you can see the definition of the neck, no liposuction, no facelift, just only Ulche and some fillers to improve the lips, the chin, and the navel laser sulcus. You can see a nice definition here. This patient is unbelievably happy with the result. Changed the face a lot. And you can see here how improved everything. Okay, then the benefits of Ulche is most effective treatment because the Ulche is a unique technique. It's very small, but it's very strong. It's also very fast. The procedure that I teach around the world is a painless, no side effect, generally no bruises, and with immediately recovery. We went to South America, to Colombia, Bogotá, Colombia, and they gave me this patient. I performed the same treatment, just Ulche here. I made the definition of this one, and you can see a square face, the mountain, the valley, the depression, and here is even. You can see how improved the face of the young person. You can definition. This have a little edema that is going to disappear because it's heat it produces a little edema, and you can see the definition of the mandibular branch. You can see the elevation. Here is even. The patient is very happy. You can see the result is just like liposuction, but from outside, without damage the skin. Is another patient. In the same meeting, I said, please, can you put the makeup? I'm going to take a picture. You can see the post-operative picture here with a laser. This was in Davao, Philippines. I have in this clinic for the medical group. They give me this patient. I'm going to treat. You can see the same procedure have improved the face, and you can see a fatty neck here and how improved the oval of the face. You can see the definition here. You can see how improved this area immediately after the procedure. You can see the fatty bulb here, and here the definition of the neck immediately after the procedure. You can see how improved the oval. Look, this is convex, this concave, and this is the definition of the neck. No filler was performed in this patient. And this is the pre-patient. And this is the team of this Forte clinic. I have a meeting also in Manila this August 23 in Makati Diamond Residence. This is the president of Bison, Dr. Thomas Lee, an engineer, very clever. And Bison is a company that develop new technology and invest in a lot of development. And I associate to this company to make better equipment. And this is the patient. Meanwhile, I giving the lectures. The patient is here. Here we can see the Philippines make my technique, massage Hoogstra technique. I put nearly four medical doctors to perform the treatment because they get tired of moving, and I change each 20 minutes. This is the patient. You can see here the mountain, the valley, the fatty neck, the lack of the definition of the mandibular branch. And here is immediately after the procedure. You can see a square face, the mountain. Here is even. But this patient also have an asymmetry of the lips and the nose, lack of projection of the chin. I performed at the same time of ultrasound fillers in this area. You can see the definition here. And the patient is very happy. Immediately result, you can see the asymmetry here, I correct. The asymmetry of the lip, I correct. The asymmetry of the chin, I correct. And also I give definition of the face and the neck. You can see here and how improved just one treatment immediately result. And also I give a lecture in Peru. And this is patient from Switzerland. He's very young, and at the same time I treat the neck, the mandibular branch, and also with HIFU I treat the acne. I develop a special technique to treat with Ulche the acne conglobata, the acute acne, and also rosacea acne. And here you can see the definition of the neck. You can see the definition of the mandibular branch and the neck. I think the benefits of this equipment is faster, painless, and I hope to see you next year in some meeting around the world. You can write to Bison to send you the places that we are going to stay next year. I think in March we are going to stay in Dubai, Mongolia, Iran, Australia, and other countries around the world. Have a nice day.